Shelley Foster, and all I can think about are globes. Dirty. Tom Cruise is reluctant to have his photo taken with the world's tallest man. It's hard work for quick fit fitters.
Oh, God.
And Mark Kermode explains why Child's Play 3 is his all-time favourite.
It's an intense thriller, and it's received, great acclaim critically.
Hello, the red carpet is out. Ricky Gervais is standing by. The 67th Golden Globe Awards will be given out at the Beverly Hilton Hotel on Sunday night. Here's Lisa with all the tittle-tattle from Tinseltown.
The showbiz world will be getting their glad rags on. The award season well and truly gets underway this weekend with the Golden Globes. While Hollywood's golden couple, Brad and Angelina, won't be there this year, they've confirmed they're not attending. The cast of 9 will be out in force as the musical is nominated for Best Comedy or Musical, with leading man Daniel Day-Lewis representing the Brits. He's nominated for Best Actor in a Comedy or Musical. He goes up against Robert Downey Jr. for his performance in Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes. We don't have to pin all of our British hopes on Mr. Day-Lewis, though. The Best Drama Actress category is dominated by some of our finest talent. Emily Blunt, Dame Helen Mirren and Carey Mulligan will battle it out on the night. Colin Firth is nominated for Best Drama Actor for A Single Man, but will have to conquer the mighty George Clooney for that prize. Gorgeous George is the hot tip ahead of the big night for his performance in Up in the Air. He's got the film world talking and has already collected the odd bit of silverware.
I'm like my mother, I stereotype. It's faster.
Up in the Air faces James Cameron's 3D adventure Avatar in the Best Film category. Iraq war film The Hurt Locker is also hotly tipped to do well.
Oh, God.
And keeping the whole ceremony together, our very own Ricky Gervais. It'll be a job well done, reckons fellow comic Bill Bailey.
Yes, he'll do a fantastic job. I mean, him and Russell Brand, I think, will probably both be presenting all the American awards, pretty much. They'll be in the Oscars next. Surely that'll be happening.
Be afraid, Hollywood. Be very afraid.
Staying with the Globes, here's Mark Kermode on the film Hurt Locker. I had a locker at college. The amount of times I trapped my fingers in there just wasn't funny.
It's interesting. I think the thing that sort of surprised me, and I think surprised a lot of people, was just how much recognition Hurt Locker was getting. I mean, Hurt Locker is a very, very tough film. It's a Catherine Bigelow movie, and it's an intense thriller, and it's received great acclaim critically. So I think that's an outsider that that one shouldn't discount.
It's life or death.
Found something.
You roll the dice.
I think the Hurt Locker has got a very good chance of doing very well. Whether that's going to be, whether that's going to work, across the Atlantic, nobody really knows. I mean, I think the really interesting question this year is whether or not Avatar, because it's such a big blockbuster, is going to storm it at the awards, or whether it's going to be spread out amongst movies like The Hurt Locker.
Outstanding.
Mark Kermode. While he doesn't let slip who he thinks will win, boring, he does give us a heads up on 2 actors he admires.
Well, look, it's impossible to pick this sort. So I think Carey Mulligan being nominated is great. I think she's terrific.
There's no life in it, or colour, or fun. It's probably just as well the Russians are going to drop a nuclear bomb on us any day now. So my choice is to do something hard and boring, or to marry my Jew.
I really, really like Jeff Bridges in Crazy Heart. I think that's a great performance. I'm a huge Jeff Bridges fan, and any recognition for Jeff Bridges I will always fly the flag for, because he's great. He's been around forever and he's great.
Go ahead, that's right.
What's your real name?
I'm Bad Blake. My tombstone will have my real name on it. Until then, I'm just gonna stay bad.
Druggies, benefit fraudsters, sex scandals, drunks, and foul language. Yes, our production team are quite something. They should be on Shameless.
They're here.
7 series in, the new episodes of Shameless look like they're going to be as fresh and gripping as ever. Yes, the Gallaghers are back, bold and brassy, with a new addition. Frank's new girlfriend, librarian Libby, aka Pauline McLean from Father Ted.
She's absolutely crazy, but she's the funniest woman and she's so lovely as well.
She's really, really nice, but like when she first comes, she literally fell into the cast straight away, like getting along with everyone. And she gets along with David, who obviously plays her partner, David who plays Frank. They get along really well, and she gets along with everyone. She's just really cool.
Elliot Tittenser, who plays Carl, has been in the series since episode 1 and says the show's changed his life.
It is like a family. I mean, everyone says it and it sounds really corny when you say it, like, hey, everyone's nice to each other and everyone gets along, but no, it's true, everyone does get along, and there's no feuds as far as I know. There might be a few which I've not heard of, but I'd keep it under wraps even if I did know.
Back in the day, Shameless was all about the likes of James McAvoy and Anne-Marie Duff, but now James has gone off to make movies in Hollywood. It's Elliot who's getting some of the really juicy storylines. So what can we expect to see happening on the Chatsworth estate this series?
I always struggle with questions like this because I don't want to let away too much, but there's a lot. I suppose there's a lot of sex, drugs and rock and roll, and that's typical Shameless stuff. But I think this year I've had a bit more to do, especially with the character who plays Chesney, which is Kazim Akhtar, who plays Chesney, and we've had quite a bit to do with each other this series. So I think our parts have been quite good this year. But overall, it's just gotta watch it and tune in.
Well, they never give anything away, do they? Okay, let's try another line of questioning.
If you could write any storyline for your character, what would it be?
That's a wicked question. Then we could go on holiday to Barbados. No, I don't know. I'd like to see the Gallaghers go on holiday somewhere, but like I can't think, obviously off the top of my head, a storyline for me. But I think what a good group one would be if all the Gallaghers went to, I don't know, Amsterdam or something crazy. Would be quite cool.
Shameless Series 7 starts on Tuesday, the 26th of January on Channel 4.
Next, today's music news with Lucrezia.
Hi there, coming up, we catch up with Blur at the premiere of their new movie. Vampire Weekend warm up one of London's coldest venues.
Are you feeling all right?
And OK Go reveal another crazy video.
For a lot of occasions when everything went wrong.
Yeah.
Right, everything you always wanted to know about Blur, past and present, is in their new Access All Areas documentary, No Distance Left to Run. The boys were all out in London last night for the world premiere of their new film, and frontman Damon Albarn admitted he was sceptical about allowing the cameras in.
I didn't even want to actually get Glastonbury filmed by the BBC. I tried to stop that, but sometimes you just have to relax and just let it all happen.
That's out next week, but own your own copy. The film will also be released on DVD on February the 15th. Next, Vampire Weekend's Ice Spectacular at Somerset House managed to warm up fans despite the cold. The New York band are in town to promote their new album Contra, out this week, and played a special gig at the London venue. And it was all going so well until the sound went.
They let us know after we'd finished performing the song.
A couple minutes later.
They were polite, they let you finish.
What if they could just started booing or something? I mean, at a huge outdoor thing like this, I guess it was just more juice than the Somerset House had.
A perfect 6 in all other respects. Quick bit of tour news now, and the Gossip have been added to this year's wireless lineup, playing on Friday the 2nd of July in London's Hyde Park. Pink's already confirmed to headline that day. More acts will be announced soon. And finally, they became an internet sensation with the help of their video Here It Goes Again. Now OK Go are back with their 3rd album, and yes, you've guessed it, they've done it again. This time, they've teamed up with the University of Notre Dame's marching band for their new single, This Too Shall Pass.
That's sort of the MO of our videos, is think of something that's pretty difficult, then just work on it tirelessly until it happens. And so it doesn't, we don't care that it takes 100 takes to get something, as long as we get it in the end.
OK, that's it for now. Enjoy the weekend.
Donatella Versace. The weekend is upon us, and if you're still trying to convince yourself you can detox for a whole month, here's what's hitting the cinemas. Failing that, just go to the pub.
Coming up on Movie Buff this week, we check out George Clooney's new high-flying comedy drama Up in the Air, catch up with 44-inch chess star Ray Winston, and go all post-apocalyptic with the Book of Eli.
You've heard the buzz, now you can see what all the high-flying fuss is about. George Clooney's comedy drama Up in the Air is out in the UK this week.
All the things you probably hate about traveling are warm reminders that I am home. Welcome back, Mr. Bingham.
It's the film adaptation of 2001 novel Up in the Air, the story of a corporate downsizer, Ryan Bingham, and his isolated life on the road, or rather in the air. He's a man with a life free of relationships, people and things. He does have one goal, though, to rack up 10,000 air miles.
I'd be the 7th person to do it. More people have walked on the moon.
Did they throw you a parade?
You get lifetime executive status. You get to meet the chief pilot, Maynard Finch.
Wow.
And they put your name on the side of a plane.
While on his travels, he meets another frequent flyer, Alex, and they get it together. It's just a casual thing, though, because Ryan doesn't do people, right? Something the younger colleague he's forced to travel with can't quite understand.
How does it not even cross your mind that you might want a future with someone?
It's simple. You know that moment when you look into somebody's eyes and you can feel them staring into your soul and the whole world goes quiet?
Yes.
Right, well, I don't.
The film follows Ryan as he begins to question his philosophies on life, love, and everything in between. Will there be a happy ending, and will he make it to his 10 million target? There are a few familiar faces in Up in the Air, a quality cast including Vera Farmiga, Jason Bateman, an appearance from Hangover star Zach Galifianakis, and of course the charismatic George Clooney. Generally, the critics are loving Up in the Air, and it looks set to be the big winner this award season, already picking up the odd bit of silverware here and there. 44-inch chess comes from the same writers who brought us Sexy Beast, immediately setting the bar pretty high. Ray Winstone and Ian McShane also star in this drama about a jealous husband who enlists the help of his friends to kidnap his wife's lover.
His love, what's wrong?
I've met someone else.
What?
It's not working between us.
That's because you haven't been doing your bit.
I don't feel the same as you. I just want to get out.
Who is he? I want to know. Where do you think you're going? Tell me his name.
From concept to finished article, the film has taken 8 years. Ray Winstone has been involved from the start, so who better to tell us about the plot?
It's a film about someone who lavishes everything on someone, and then the rejection of when that person they love tells them they don't love them anymore. And then I start the film having a breakdown, nervous breakdown, and progressively get worse. And about friendships and what men do together and what they say they're going to do to someone who's hurt you, you know, and whether they carry that out or not.
I'd toss a coin. Heads, I'd skin him alive, find her do the same.
And if it was tails?
That's the hard part, Colin.
The film is gritty, intense, and at times quite moving. It's certainly about more than the title suggests. Yes, there's male bravado and brute force, but the relationships at the centre of this journey, one of revenge and restoring a wounded ego, they are what make this film so gripping.
It plays with your mind, it plays with your head a little bit, the film, I think. And it takes you to a place where you begin to like and feel sorry for people, and then you see the reality of what's going on. And it's much in the way that Warzone did, a film I've done about paedophilia, you know? That you get to know a character that you like, and then you understand what he does. And then how do you think about him after, you know?
With the Film Awards season picking up speed, don't be surprised if 44-inch chess gets some nods along the way. It's out in cinemas now.
Let's have a look at you.
It's not right to keep that book hidden away. It's meant to be shared with others. It's meant to be spread. Is that what you want?
With all my heart and soul. I always believed that I'd find a place where this book belonged, where it was needed. I haven't found it yet.
Another post-apocalyptic biblical allegory for you. Well, we haven't had enough of those recently, have we? But hark, there are no vampires in this one. Book of Eli stars Denzel Washington as the man in ownership of the only remaining Bible on the planet, which, it is believed, contains the answers to save the world. In a small town, as the world begins to find its feet, perennial bad guy Gary Oldman and his cronies desperately seek the book to use as a weapon. Can you see the obvious good versus evil last 2,000 years of Christianity debate thing going on here? Clever, isn't it?
Shoot, please.
It's a concoction of the Allen brothers, who directed From Hell, and their usual presence of violence isn't missing here. But according to Denzel, it's not all about guns and explosions, and the script took some long, hard work.
I wasn't pleased with the screenplay. We had 5 different versions of it,
There had been a rewrite from the studio, rewrite to this one, and this person, this person. So there was a lot of cutting and pasting.
So far, Book of Eli has received mixed reviews, perhaps because of the quality already in this futuristic genre. But it boasts a strong cast and undoubtedly commendable performances and excellent direction. However, it may struggle to break the box office banks this new year with a host of Oscar possibles released. This, we predict, will not be one of them.
That's it for today. See you Monday for all the tittle-tattle from Tinseltown, all the glamour gossip and gongs in a special update on the Golden Globes. Have a great weekend. Don't get drunk, get even.